Tip the Tea with Angie E. We just left off with a very, very important conversation. So we're going to go back to Mr. Antoine on the panel. We were talking about how people were coming in our country, opening up these different stores. And, like I said, we have nothing against that. But, why is it that the black community, it seems like we're the one that's lacking when all these other different people are coming here to get rich? We have so much to be thankful for here and by the United States being a rich country. Why is it that the quote unquote black community, why are we suffering?
Well, somebody has to crawl so somebody else can walk. So people are used to living off our community. The fat of our community is very, very profitable.
Yes.
We've always lived on great lands, just like right now, the west side of Chicago, economically, is one of the great prime spots for real estate.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yep.
See, and systematically, we got this president in place, and he's into real estate.
Yeah.
So what they've been doing for the last 15 years is pumping real estate. So when Fannie Mae, when all those companies was taking your properties, they wasn't taking just taking, they was taking to sit on them because this is prime real estate.
Yeah.
And now it's rising. So now that when they tear something down, they're not building it. That means it's a takeover. And gentrification is true, is real. All around this world is real. But right here in our city, right here on the west side, right here in the western suburbs, it's changing. So when you think about the economics of it, prisons make money off of black families. You travel to the south of the state, wherever you are, that's money. That's gas, that's hotel. In every town there's a prison, there's a Walmart, McDonald's, Burger King. You get all these stores, these hotels is built up around this prison because economically it makes sense. Here in our community, we don't have any economics. What comes here? Death. And for each murder in the city of Chicago, it's like $1 million to investigate that one murder. So if you got this one murder that's drawing $1 million or more funds, how many people you got working on that? You got about 7 to 8 investigators. You got about 20 police. You got all these people that's not even from our community.
Right.
But they come here, they get this money, and they leave. So economically, we're study getting broke. You study talking about hiring more police. Police work there. They riding bikes downtown. They sit up and down the lakefront. But they're not in the community. But we pay for it because we pay the highest taxes almost in the country. So when you think economically, how things could change in our community, let that money reflect what we do in our community. Let it reflect housing. Let it reflect opening small businesses. Let it reflect when you talk about a Walmart or a Target opening in our community, that they open up an education training center.
That's what I'm saying.
Let it reflect like they do in other communities.
Yeah.
See, and like I said, I think out of the box because we got to get out of the box in order to save our kids and to bring a new day to our community. We got to really start listening to the people in the community because all the heartbeats beat different. But we beat as one in the community because we know what it takes to grow this community. We come from it, have us help to destroy it to the fact where it is now. So we definitely know how to rebuild it.
What can we, tell the viewers, especially the young people out there that's viewing this, what can we tell them? We as their elders, activists, I want to say that, use that word again. What can we tell them?
If you don't love yourself, it's not going to stop.
Then we got to go back to, do they know what love is?
See?
And that's where it comes from.
See, do you know what love is? See, I'm not the cat that like to say what they want to hear. I like to say what it is.
What it is.
Because I ain't a politician nor am I a preacher. So I let them all have it. But the whole thing is about, do they know what love is? When I said, let's teach them how to learn, you gotta re-scope them. You gotta brainwash them again. You gotta take them out of the system that the mothers and the grandmothers today has been taught, and now they passing it on. It's like diabetes. They tell you diabetes is hereditary, right? And it's not. Diabetes is a form of life. It's the way you live, the way you learn to eat.
That's
if your grandmama, cook all your food in lard and your heart is swole, you're just going to pass it down because that's the taste you got in your mouth.
That's right.
So the taste they have in their mouth right now is not showing them how to get off the couch, how to get out of the bed, how to get to work, or how to get the training that they need. So how do you teach them how to love? You got to come in. You got to give them some genuine stuff. You got to let them understand what it is, because all they think is revenge. And you fighting yourself. Because you kill one, they kill one. You kill one, they kill one. You following the process. We don't even hear nothing about the Ku Klux Klan no more. So when you want to talk to these kids, you got to tell them, you know, you hurting yourself. And everybody else is feeding off of you. You go to the penitentiary, some of them people downstate is sending their kids to college off you, off your back, so they can have a better life. So we got to just put it out there.
How do we teach them when a mother sits up there and agree with her son? Say it's okay to shoot this boy, shoot that boy. How do you do that?
Systematically, that does hurt. But see, we got to teach them. There's no right and wrong way to do it. But you have to get the attention of them. Most of the time, we get the attention because I work inside the juvenile detention center. I work with all these kids. I work with a lot of shooters. So most of the time, when we get these kids, you have to really sit down and you have to really find what's soft in their heart. You know, most of them don't care about their mama. Most of them don't care about their little brother. They care about self. They selfish people right now. That's why we have so much. And then we have a mental piece that people block out. We have that piece along with the drug piece. So all these contributing factors create this bond we have in our community. And then at the end of the day, you pushing STD out there to try to solve it. But you cutting their hands off because you're not giving them the tools that they really need. Now they go out here and they feed, they talk, and they out here letting people know that we're here. Underfunded, not funded at all. When you got another group of people getting $155 million.
Don't have a passion.
And don't have a passion. And I'm not just promoting SCV, but since they're at the table, since we know that they're out here every day, there are other programs as well. Young people that has come together, you know, to build our community. There was one young guy who was a shooter. He started to clean up. He wanted to change his life. He just started to clean up the community. He asked, can I come over in y'all area and just clean up? No more trouble. You know, police locked this young man up. He's still in jail right today.
Oh, wow.
Under a marijuana charge. But you don't get this. You don't get a marijuana charge to keep you locked up for 6 and 8 months.
Oh, wow.
I've never heard of that. But this young man is still locked up. So my thing is, when you get young people who try to make a push, they get pushed back on. But then you see all the kids downtown the other day when they marched on downtown because of Facebook and YouTube and all this other stuff they use. You see how many police were downtown? Let that happen out here.
See?
You know, so, I mean, we have to really teach our kids. We got to take them away from this environment.
That's true.
We got to show them something different, give them something different, then they'll learn to do something different. Because it happened for me, it happened for her, it happened for all of us. We had to see something to make that change.
Yeah, but see, I guess the mother didn't see it.
The mother probably don't have it. See, it probably wasn't passed down to the mother.
And not only that, the main problem is they're not being mothers, they're being their friends.
Yeah.
If you
Partners.
It's like this. Like everybody tell us, STV, man, it's a good job you're doing, it's a good job you're doing, man, we give y'all credit. But if you know a situation and you're not saying nothing to help change the situation, you a part of the problem.
You're part of the problem.
So our goal is to get out and get these youth that's going through these changes and build the key thing is to build a relationship up with them.
That's right.
See, a lot of people want to go out there, and that's the difference between us. We got a passion to do it. So I lost my son to gun violence, I lost a nephew, I lost a cousin, 2 years apart. So I lost 3 generations of black young men. So when I got off my job, I left. And when I started going out, I said, well, how can I make a change? When you get out there, because they see us out there every day, and we, like I say, we keep it real. We keep it real. Once you build a relationship up with them, then you can teach them. Because you got to tear down those walls. You got to tear down those walls. Most of these kids, homeless.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, daddy locked up, mama getting hot. So they out here, they want a way out. But because little Ray on the block grabbed them, got you a pallet, got you some shoes on, who they going to become loyal to?
See?
The person that's feeding them.
Yeah.
So if he say, hey, go shut that block down, any means necessary, that's what they going to do.
Let me just say this. I want to go back to what you said as far as kids loving themselves. Kids are a reflection of what they see. How can a child love themselves when they haven't been taught love from home? We mothers. We know how we raise our kids, right?
Yeah, right.
Kids watch what we do, and they watch what we say.
Yeah.
So if we don't teach our kids how to love, how they can love themselves? How they gonna love themselves?
I got a young man right now. All he wanted was an ID. You know, he called me every day. He said, Mr. Antoine, I want an ID. I was in Atlanta. So when I got back, first thing we did was got him an ID. You know, he couldn't ask his mother for his social security card. He couldn't ask her for his birth certificate. She didn't have it. You know why? Because she disconnected. She don't have a connection. You know, so the mess rolled downhill. Now it's on him. But he refusing to be that person because he said, I got a little brother and sister under me. I want to be better. I want to be better because I always felt you should be better than what your parents were.
All the time.
You know,
I stress
and
that
don't
to my daughter all the
accept.
time.
As long as you, and some for our community that people should really go, you know, when you accept less, you get less than you settle for. So when you settle for less, you get less than you settle for. And with these kids, they learn to do that. They adapt to that. So now they don't look for nothing. If they can stand on the corner every day and grab a gun or sling a bag, that's what they look for. Because what else do they have?
That's all they know.
And they excuse, well, we can't find a job. We have a background. So last year we brought jobs to the streets.
Come on.
You know, background friendly. In the Austin community, I think 40 people got hired towards almost the end of the year. I'm like right on the spot. So those are some of the things we're doing to make a change in the community.